all things come to an end, and the same goes for stars, and that includes Kerbol, the star that holds the very familiar Kerbol system together. Stars stay alive through nuclear fusion, a process where lighter elements fuse into heavier elements. This process is made possible due to the gravity of a star that squeezes everything together in the core until it fuses. The energy that is released in this process provides a so-called radiation pressure outwards that props up the star and keeps it stable, as it fights against its own gravity. These elements in stars are pretty much the fuel that they have. At a certain point, the lighter elements run out, and as the heavier elements don't produce as much energy when being fused, the star will find itself not being able to provide outward pressure against its own gravity, and so it will collapse at an immense speed. The outer layers of the star rush towards the very dense core and will then rebound off into space. This is called a supernova, and the star has just died. The bigger the star, the stronger the gravity, and so it fuses elements faster. This means it runs out of fuel more quickly than smaller stars. The biggest stars run out of fuel in about 10 million years, which is quite fast on a cosmic scale. Stars like our Sun have usually a lifetime of about 10 billion years, and we have about 5 billion years left. The smallest stars, red dwarfs, can live for tens of billions of years, if not trillions, meaning that they can get older than what is the current age of the universe. So the question is, what is the lifetime of Kerbol, and how would you calculate that? If we know the energy output of Kerbol and the amount of energy that Kerbol has at its disposal in terms of fuel, we can calculate how long it should last given those values. There's an equation that allows you to calculate the output of a star as long as you know the radius and the temperature at the surface. In this case, the temperature given on the wiki is 5840 Kelvin. That results in a luminosity of, meaning it is 5.65 times 10 to the power 25 joules every second. Now we need to know how much possible energy Kerbol has at its disposal, so that we can see how long it can last going at this rate. Stars similar to the Sun get their energy mostly through the fusion of hydrogen into helium. This process is called the proton-proton chain, and in this process 0.7% of the original mass is converted into energy in the form of light. And through the most famous equation ever, E equals mc squared, we can calculate how much energy that mass would convert into. But not all of the mass of Kerbol will be used for this. Only the core of stars actually do this kind of fusion. So let's say 10% of the mass of these kinds of stars is converted into energy. We now know how much energy Kerbol puts out every second, and we know Kerbol's energy stockpile, as it were. And this will give us a total lifetime of about 600 million years, which is very short for the kind of star it's supposed to be. Turns out that a temperature of 5840 Kelvin is way too hot. If Kerbol were that temperature, Kerbin would be on fire. To get a more realistic value of what the temperature of Kerbin should be and what the luminosity of Kerbol should be, the temperature should be around 2840 Kelvin. If you use this temperature, the supposed lifetime of Kerbol is around 10 billion years. If you want to see more science being applied to the game Kerbal Space Program, then watch any of my other videos, or subscribe so that you don't miss the next video.